Hello, everybody. Welcome to my Friday Live here on my Facebook page. I'm Sarah Chapello, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we are going to be using the Flowers of Friendship bundle, and we're going to be making a super cute thank you card with that. But before we get started, I quickly just wanted to tell you some announcements here. The May host code will be ending Monday night. So if you wanted to get in on any of my May specials, you can see those in the pinned post on the top of this page. You can use that code until Monday night. And then also our Join Plus promotion here, where you get $155 worth of product for just $99, is also ending Monday night. So if you want to get in on either of those, I suggest doing it before Monday. And we still do have our Connect, Craft, and Collect deal going on for hosts. That goes until June 14th, so you still have some time for that. If you place a $250 order, you will get $50 in free product of your choice. Or if you host a party with me and your party sales are above $250, you also get in on that deal. So if you'd like to host a party with me, feel free to contact me and we can set up your party. So let's get started on our card. This is the card we're going to be making today. It's very simple, but I wanted to use that new in color shimmer vellum. So I don't know, I'm trying to get close enough so you can see that shimmer. So pretty. So to start, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to bump you there. Hi, Colleen. I started with a thick Whisper White card base. And the measurements of this are super simple, but I will have a blog post up at about 1 o'clock today, so in about an hour. So the thick basic white card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I cut a piece of the Evening Evergreen at 5 1/4 by 4. And then just a piece of the regular basic white at 5 by 3 3/4. And this is what we're going to be working on. So let's stamp our sentiment first, because that is how I placed my flowers. So I used the Thank You for Everything stamp from Flowers of Friendship. And I'll be using a D block. And I just like to line that up on my grid paper, make sure I'm getting it straight. And then some Evening Evergreen ink. And I just put it towards the bottom off to the right side. So about there. And I pushed a little too hard on my stamp and got a little mark there. Paper has two sides though, so we're just going to flip it over. And I'm not going to press so hard this time. And there you go. Much better. So for the flowers, I've already pre-cut some, but I'm going to show you how I lined it up. So I have about a 2-inch piece, maybe a little more. It's a scrap piece. Let me get my ruler out. Yep, 2-inch piece of the shimmer vellum, and this comes in all 5 ink colors when you order a pack of it. And I just took the largest, whoops, that's why I put my stamps away and I didn't do it, but took the largest stamp there, and I'll show you how I line these up. So let me clean off my sentiment quick before I put it in anything else. So I'm going to use a C block for this. Now what I did is I took my punch, and if you look on the back side, you can see that it's not perfectly symmetrical. So it's a mirror image. So what I did was made sure that everything was lined up. You could also punch out like a template for this and make sure it lines up. And when you have it lined up the way it's supposed to go, I just take an ink pen and mark it. And now I know that is the top of my stamp, and that's the way I always want to stamp. so that way it lines up perfectly in the punch. And I did this for the smaller flowers. The leaves, you kind of can see them, so I didn't do that, but I'll show you here. So there's one of the big leaves, and it actually goes this way. So when you punch it out, it'll punch out that way. So let's stamp on our vellum here. So I have the matching polished pink. I'm just going to ink that up and make sure I can see my little pen mark and stamp. And I'm just going to give that a second there to dry. Clean off my stamp. And the vellum, it dries fairly quick, but because it's not really that porous, it does take a minute. If you really don't want to wait and want to make sure it's perfectly dry, you always could set it with a heat tool. But I think it's okay, so we're going to go ahead and line it up in the punch. And I used a 2-inch strip of this, so that way I'm not wasting a ton of vellum, because you'll see here when I punch it out, I am going to get like half a leaf. And if you use like a 4-inch piece and stamped in the middle of that, you'd waste a lot. So see, I have little vellumy bits there. I don't mind wasting a little here and there, but you want to get the most out of your cardstock and your papers. So then what I did is for the smaller flowers, I used another 2-inch scrap of paper, and I stamped in the same colors as the paper. So that's fresh freesia, pale papaya, and polished pink again. And I wanted to use all 5 ink colors. So for the leaves, I stamped those in soft succulent, and then we stamped our sentiment in evening evergreen. So this card does use all 5 of the ink colors. So now we're ready to put our flowers on. And I thought about adding some ribbon to this, but I couldn't decide what color. I have a lot of polished pink going on for this one. This one uses more pale papaya, so I couldn't decide which color to use, so I just left the ribbon off of it. But you could certainly add ribbon. The Whisper white crinkle ribbon might look nice. So we're going to get our glue dots out, because with the vellum, it is see-through. So if you put a dimensional or anything on it, you're going to be able to see it. So I'm just going to use some of our mini glue dots. And I like to place the vellum flowers first. So I'm going to put, if I can get it off the thing there, put one up at the top. And then take our fresh freesia one. And that towards the middle. And I like to kind of make them go a little bit different. Those look exactly the same. It's fine. Nobody knows what it's supposed to look like. And then put our third one there. And then for the leaves, I also took a glue dot and put it towards the bottom, because I knew I was going to be tucking them in. So just kind of, and you can see those through it, but I think that looks okay. And I just dropped there it is. And like I said, these are also stamped and punched with the shiny or shimmer vellum. And you can have it go off of your card there a little bit. I didn't want to do too much because I don't want it to bend for mailing when you put it in an envelope. So just be aware of the placement. So that one is off the side, but it's fine because I got a good ½ inch before it gets to the end of the card. So now for the cardstock flowers, I am going to use mini dimensionals for that. I'm just going to flip them over. And I always peel the backings off on accident. These are just so small. You might have better luck using them if you use your take your pick tool or a paper piercer. So then this one, put about there. And it's just random, wherever you want them to go. That one up there. And this one down at the bottom. And then we are going to get some opal rounds. And these are from the January to June mini catalog, but they've carried over into our annual catalog. And I'm going to take my paper piercer, and I'll use the smaller ones. So there's two sizes. There's these large ones and then the small ones. And there are 7 flowers, so I did use 7 of these. And I just think they went really nice with the shimmer of the vellum. Didn't take too much away from it. And like I said, a piece of ribbon maybe here would be nice. I just couldn't be bothered to decide what color I want. And I did just order the crinkle white ribbon, which I think probably would look really nice and neutral and add a little something to this. And I didn't do anything in particular for the inside of this card. But I thought about decorating the envelopes on this one, which I always seem to forget to do. And I watched Colleen's video yesterday, and she decorated her envelope, and it reminded me that I should decorate my envelope. So in a minute, I will show you the envelopes that I have to go along with these. And there's our oopsie on the back, and nobody will know that it's there. And so here are some envelopes I did, and this is a demonstrator exclusive stamp set, I guess. It's in our supply items. It's the Stamping Your Way to the Top. So that's in polished pink. So I thought that would go nice. And then that one's in fresh freesia. I only did 2 different colors. Yeah, 2 different colors. So I did 6 envelopes. So that way I have them ready to go and it matches the polished pink there. And so that's it for this card. And see, they both look slightly different just because I use different colors, but pretty simple, quick, and easy cards for today. So again, if you want to get in on my May ordering special, time is running out. Go ahead and use that code at checkout, and I will send you your tutorials or your mystery gift, depending on which tier you purchased in. And if you want any more information on the Join Plus promotion, feel free to contact me. And next week, we are going to be working on die cards for Father's Day. So we're going to be using the A Cut Above stamp set. And we'll be doing a die card in my VIP group on Sunday. So be sure to join if you want to see that. And if not, I'll see you guys next Friday. Have a great weekend. Bye.